Hello and welcome. Peak Performance Secret starts right now. My name is Kamoye Benjamin, and you know what? I believe there is more. Let's go for more. There is more clarity, more commitment, more impact, more income, more decisiveness, more assertiveness, whatever more represents for you. And you know what? In this Peak Performance Secrets Lunch and Learn, my objective is to share with you an insight, awareness, and aha that will help you navigate your peak performance journey to create more, whatever more represents for you. Now, very quickly, if you're used to watching my program, you know that I always come on screen to speak with you and to share with you and to teach. Today's episode is a little bit different because I'm traveling and I'm not able to come on live. Nonetheless, I prepared this lesson and wanted you to get the scoop of all the secrets for peak performance. And today, we're going to be talking about a topic that we've been kind of going on over the last couple of days. And specifically, I want to share with you on how to overcome the bad habit of indecisiveness. This is sometimes called procrastination, but I wanted to look at it from a different angle because we've been talking about decisiveness, and I want to share with you just some tips, some antidotes, some hacks for those of us who feel that you're not able to make a decision and kind of take a next step on what exactly it is that you want. And so do you find yourself holding back when you want to make a move? Do you find yourself weighing a decision for longer? Do you find yourself telling people, I'll come back to you? And you probably already know what exactly your decision is going to be. Do you delay making a decision, communicating your decision, speaking out what exactly you want? If that's you and you want to become more decisive, you want to make timely decisions and you make them with confidence and you make them with clarity and you're able to kind of move forward and take action on the things that you desire, then today's session is for you. By way of introduction, what is indecisiveness? Indecisiveness is that condition or quality of being unable to decide, to conclude, or resolve something. That is what we mean by indecisiveness. In other words, you know that you need to make a move, but you are delaying. You are unable, for whatever reason, you're unable to decide, to conclude, or to resolve something. Why is this bad for you as a leader? Because decisions are the midwives. Decisions are the midwives of desire. Decisions are the midwives of desire. If you've got a goal, let's call that an outcome, all right? That's got an outcome. And you want to create that outcome in your life. There are certain decisions that are going to be required for you to actually turn this desire into an outcome. That reality that you know, that income, that impact, that assertiveness, that confidence, that beach home, that, family home, that car, that business, whatever that may be, that relationship, that marriage, that body, that outcome is going to be hinged on you making certain decisions. That's why I say these decisions are the midwives. They birth that desire into its physical equivalent. And so when you are an indecisive person, you hurt your chances of actually accomplishing that goal, that dream, that desire. And in my session today, I want to share with you some hacks or ways in which that you can approach this. But first, let me ask this question. Whenever you catch yourself being indecisive, I want you to reflect on this. Is it that you can't or you won't? Is it that you can't or you won't? Because every time that people are indecisive, I look at my own life. In the times when I have been struggling to make a decision, it's not that I couldn't. It's not that I didn't have the capacity or the capability, the mental faculties to weigh the options presented to me and make a decision. Rather, that it's that I there was an attitude, there was a posture that was holding me back. It's not that I can't. And most people, as I work with individuals in coaching, it's not that they can't. People know the decisions that they need to make. But why they remain indecisive It's not an issue of capacity, potential, capability. No, it's not. It's not that they don't know the answer. No. It's that they won't. And even when they don't know the answers, it's that they won't seek out where to find the answers. And so this is the first and most important question, because when you answer this question that, hey, I can't make this decision, then we really need to ask the question, why? What do you need in order for you to cross the bridge from here to there? What do you need in order for you to be propelled forward? Are you seeking more information? Let's get that information and make a decision. But if you won't, then it means that you know what you need to do, but there probably are what I call competing priorities, competing commitments. Now, look at this herd of zebras and wildebeest. What do you think they want to do? They want to cross to the other side. They want to cross to the other side. Destiny awaits. There's new zebras that are going to be born, new wildebeest. There's a whole new generation. And they've come to this defining point in the journey. But you know what lies inside these waters? The crocs. The crocodiles are waiting. They're like, we've been waiting for this season, guys. They've come with their children and their children's children. The grandmas are in the water and they're waiting for these guys to jump in. You know what happens if these zebras are going to remain on this side indecisive? Should we jump? Should we not? But I do get the reality for the zebras and the wildebeest is that there are some competing priorities. Yeah, I need to get to the other side, but I also need to get to the other side alive. I don't get to the other side when I'm dead. And that's a competing priority. You probably may have competing priorities that hold you back from realizing what you want, and that keeps you indecisive. If I make this decision, then what will happen to this? If I quit this job, then how am I going to pay my bills? Those are very important things and they're priorities, and I like to see them not just as competing, but as important commitments that you have. They're those that you're responsible to and you're responsible for. And you don't want to let them down by making an uninformed decision. There are different interests, different parties, different people want different things. I get that. There probably are values as well. You know, there's a value here of life versus a value of, continuation. Both of them are values. One of them is innate, and this one is in their DNA. They've got to continue the next generation. They've got to cross. They've got to cross to the other side, and they will have children there. They will have new offspring, and from that time they will die, and their children will kind of continue the generation and the race. And this is a journey that they've been taking for years, and yet here they are. And you know what they normally do? They come and they jump into these waters. No wonder this is a marvel, a wonder of the world. A wonder of the world, recorded as a wonder of the world. The decisiveness in the face of danger, in the face of risk. Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow as we talk about, how to develop the rare discipline of decisiveness. We're going to talk more about that. But hey, coming back to this question, is it that you can't or is it that you want? And if you want or can't, is it a competing priority? Because guess what? Whenever there is tension within you, it seeks to be resolved. So yes, you've got priority number 1, and then you also got priority number 2. And these are both kind of pulling like a tug of war. But if I do, and what about, and then what will happen? This tension seeks to be resolved, and this is a decision in itself so that you can be loosed to make the decision that is required in order for you to move forward. To answer these questions, I do have a couple of questions, and I think for me, this is probably going to be like the antidote. All right, these are the antidotes when you find yourself being indecisive and you've kind of gone through the questions of, is it I can or is it that I want? Once you've gone through those questions, there's a couple of antidotes that I want to share with you here. This always serve to unlock the stalemate when we are about to make a decision. And here's the first question: what do you want? A lot of people, you'll be surprised, struggle to make a decision because they want different things. They want different things. They don't want what they want. They want what someone else wants for them. They want what someone else wants them to want. Some people want something, but they don't know why they want it. And this brings me to the big question of purpose. You never get to run away from this question. Purpose. My mentor Paul Martinelli shared with me a definition of purpose that has stood above all the other definitions. And he defined purpose as the filter through which you make your decisions. Golden. I love that. Purpose is the filter. What do you want, Benjamin? What do you want? About 2 weeks ago, I was presented with an opportunity to travel to a very high-level meeting. And when I looked at my dates and my availability, it was getting tricky. But there was something important happening on one of the weekends that I was, kind of being proposed to be away. And it was my third-born son's birthday, his 4th birthday. I could have easily moved the birthday. But because I already have it in my purpose statement that I model behavior consistent with love, care, and compassion for all my children to manifest their brilliance, to be more, do more, have more. Being away for that birthday would have meant that the other thing I was going for was much more important than he is. That's the meaning that I made. That's the way I interpreted it. I know you may interpret it differently, but hey, we're different. That's you and here's me. But I requested those people and I said, can I move my dates? I want to be able to travel on such and such a weekend where there isn't something happening that's important. And I make it a point. Are there moments when I'm traveling and my, children are away? Yeah, there are moments that happens. But I do not intentionally step in and make a decision to move a strategic, aspect of my life, an important aspect of my life, knowingly jeopardizing that particular aspect, event in my life. I don't do that intentionally. I don't do that knowingly. I don't do that, kind of leading to say, no, I just move this one. It's unimportant. No, I don't do that. I fight for those moments. I fight for those things because there's a purpose back of that. There's a purpose behind it. And so what do you want? You see, a lot of people kind of step into the making of a decision. And I did this a lot based on what I did not, that's the key word, want. In other words, I was operating from what we call a play not to lose mind frame. And so when we go back to the question, is it that you can't or is it that you want? Because every time we're faced with competing priorities, there's always something that we don't want to happen. If I make this decision, my dad is going to be unhappy with me. But I don't want my sister to say this. But I don't want my uncle to feel like this. But I don't know, but I don't want my friends. But I don't want to be away from, what do you want? Okay, thank you. We've heard everything you don't want. What do you want? And if you are at a place in your life where you don't have a blueprint for all the domain areas of your life, I'm talking about a blueprint for your faith, your relationship with God. Helps you it becomes a filter for your decisions. For your fitness, it becomes a filter for your decisions. What you eat, what you don't eat, how you exercise, when you exercise, how you exercise. All right? When you talk about, family, I've just shared with you my example there. It's a filter, having a blueprint for that. For your faith, for your fulfilling work. For your fulfilling work. Your function in life. The assignment. There's a filter for that as well. For finances. There are decisions that govern the kind of financial decisions that I make and the ones that I don't. And having a filter for all this, what I'm calling purpose, is going to help you make a decision. It's going to unlock. I'm talking about antidotes here. Anytime you find yourself in a place where you're indecisive, focus on, wait a minute, am I putting all my energy behind what I don't want, or am I putting my energy behind what I want? And when you know what you want, I believe this from my experience and with the work that I've done with my clients, we unlock stuck states. We unlock that inertia whenever someone tunes into, what do you want? And they say, I want this. Okay, so what's holding you back from making this decision? And they've got a list of all these things that they don't want. And when we focus on this, we find it's just exactly the same thing that we talked about yesterday. It's good opinions, and caring about other people and what they will say and what they will think. We call that the complying, posture in leadership that's holding you back. Here's another question. Why do you want it? Why do you want it? Again, like with the zebras and the wildebeest trying to cross, they're always confronted with this question, which is a values question. No zebra or wildebeest is going to be jumping into the river. Where's that picture again? No zebra is going to be jumping into the river to die. So there must be a greater value. There must be a greater why. There must be a purpose, all right? And there must be a value back of that decision that propels them to jump into the water, even when they know that they may not leave. Why do you want it? Why do you want it is a values question. Values are a powerful force. They propel us forward. Just in the same way that values are the passion, the fire in our belly, in our engine to propel us forward, fear is also a power and a fire that holds us back. And this is when you're thinking about what you don't want to happen. This is when you're thinking about what you want to see happen. Get the difference right there? And so for you to unlock that stalemate, for you to overcome decisiveness, you've got to be able to pause in that moment and say, wait a minute, I've been sitting here for a while. What do I want? Okay, what decision will I make so that I can move in the direction of that thing which I want? I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm moving forward in that direction. Make it happen. Boom, done. And that is what I desire for you, who is coming alongside me in this journey. I've developed a 5-star coaching program and a 5-star mentorship program. And for both of these, you just kind of need to decide where it is that you want to start. What's that next step for you? Here's what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to scan this QR code, because this QR code will give you a link that will help you know where and how you can begin to work with me directly. It could be private coaching. It's a first-class experience. It's you alone with me and my business partner, Rosie, coaching you right there in the moment. Or it could be mentorship. That's you with many other people. The price points are different to access me, but whatever it is, start where you are. If this content, me putting it out here into the world, is where you are and it's serving you and you're making progress, way to go. Let me know in the comments. Type and let me know, hey, Benjamin, I'm loving this idea. This is what I took away. This is what I'm learning and this is how I'm applying it. If the next step for you is mentorship, hey, welcome. If the next step for you is private coaching, hey, welcome. Here to serve and excited to journey with you in your growth and development journey. Again, I shared with you that I was not able to connect with you today, but I wanted to make sure that I do not miss out on today's teaching, which is how to overcome the bad habit of indecisiveness. And what did we talk about? We talked about number 1, is it that you can't or is it that you won't? Number 2, we talked about what are the competing priorities, what's pulling you to the delay, what's pulling you back, what's holding you back. Is it commitments? Is it interests? Is it values? Those seek to be resolved. Resolve the tension right there and make a move in the right direction. But I also kind of went to the higher level and shared with you the antidote. Anytime you're struggling to make a decision, it's about what is it that you want? What do you want? What's your purpose? What's your goal What's your vision for life? What is the outcome? What is the ultimate outcome? What does hitting the bullseye in your life, in that particular domain of your life, look like? What does hitting the bullseye in these 5 domain areas look like? Because once you focus on that, then boom, you know exactly what you need to do. And if you're finding that there's something that's, again, holding you back and there's tension, there's a value back of that. Resolve the values, resolve the tension in the values, and you will be released to move forward and create what you know is possible for you and through you. Thank you for your time today. Always a pleasure. Let's connect tomorrow again as we're talking about this topic of decisiveness for our peak performance lunch and learn. Be well. Bye for now.